Hello and thank you for tuning in to my channel. The title of this video is Mini Fitness, talking about how I've been using this and how it's been helping me with keeping track of my calories and what I eat and my workouts and everything. I'll give my pros and cons to this planner. I do have a video that's going to come up later on this month with all the planners I've been using, so this will be included, but I want to do a separate video since this is a planner dedicated to you know, fitness. And so I want to talk about how I've used it off and on this year and all that good stuff. Let me mute that. So this is the fitness planner. This is just, I just turned the covers inside out because I didn't care for the actual cover itself that came on here, so I just turned it inside out. And this sticker I got from, whenever you order something from Mammy, they send you this big sticker, so I just stuck it on there. So I'm not new to the whole fitness planner. I had the classic one last year and I used that up, and so I knew going into it what to expect. I just got a mini because I didn't want something that took up a lot of space. But anyway, okay, so I had started, when did I start using this? I do not remember. It started in January this year, and I think I moved January to the back. Did I? Yeah, I did. I had moved January to the back because I had started using this, you know, at the beginning of January. I was just writing down what I was drinking, but I wasn't counting calories. I was just tracking my food. And if you really want to lose weight, you have to track your calories. You have to figure out what your caloric intake is and to stay under it, what to stay away from. So I do have a video on MyFitnessPal that pretty much helps me. And so I was using this, and then I kind of just stopped. I was like, I'm over this. You know, it was right after the holidays. You know, most people say, after the holidays, I want to lose weight. I was over it. I was one of those people. And I had stopped using this, you know, so I had moved these to the back. And then I had started up again. And this is one of those planners where I just started, I stopped. And I started using it in June. So right here, I still wasn't tracking my calories. I was tracking my food, but I was thinking maybe if I use stickers, you know, it'll help me. Not really. I was tracking my food. You know, this is really cute, the spread and everything. But right here, and then I stopped using this. I had decorated it and I stopped using it altogether. Then I picked it back up again in September. And that's when I really got diligent about my calorie tracking and working out, because I knew losing weight with just counting my calories would that would happen automatically, because it's not working out that helps you lose weight, it's what you eat. And so I wanted to work out that way. It would be easier for me to maintain it. So the end of September, the 25th, is when I started counting. And that's when I started using MyFitnessPal, which is basically pen to paper. This was my caloric intake, which was 1240. It's 1200 now. Just dropped 40 calories. And this is when I realized, okay, this is what's working and everything. And so the dashboards on here I don't care for, because I'm not a person who prints out pictures, so I just kind of made it my own. This stickers from the fitness sticker book and all of this. So I kind of wish the dashboards and the fitness planner were blank. So that's just my gripe with that. And so I put on here, this is October, you know, when I would work out, when I would do squats and everything, and all of this. And for me, I like how it's set up, but there's not enough. There's not enough for me in this planner, because I want to be able to add more. I wanted to be able to journal what my days were like, because everything is psychological when it comes to, you know, weight loss. The majority of, like when you say, you know, I'm too tired to work out or something's not working, a lot of it is psychological. So I think if you keep track of your moods and how you're feeling, that's going to help, because a lot of times as women, we're emotional eaters, and when we're feeling sad, we'll eat really bad foods and then wonder why we're not losing weight. So I like how I can keep track of things, but what I don't like about this planner is that there's nothing to create a workout plan. So if I want to, you know, stop using elliptical and I want to do like a workout regimen like Insanity or T25, there's different workouts you do every single day. And there's no way for me to put that in here unless I add pages. And I would rather have a planner where I didn't have to add pages. So that's basically my biggest gripe, is that there's nowhere to add anything extra. So you can track your food and you can track your workout, but you can't create a workout plan. There's nowhere to put recipes in here. Like if you have a recipe, like it's a really good recipe, but it's good for, it's low in calories, but it's filling. You have nowhere to put that. And so very basic. So just going over this, and then this is October, and this is when I started adding pages in here. I started adding a note page of how each day went. And then when we got into November, I was still doing it, and then I started adding just the blank mini pages from the Mini Market Floral, and I would just journal about each day, and this really helped me. If I was having a low day, I had to be mindful of, okay, let's not eat too much sugar, let's keep on top of drinking water. I had to be mindful of that. So that is that right there and everything. And so as far as, this is the current week that we're on. If you follow me on Instagram, then you saw how I did this page. So as far as keeping track of my calories and working out 4 to 5 days a week, it's been really working for me, because if you don't know what you're eating and you don't know how many days a week or what you're doing for workouts, you're going to lose track, you're going to be confused, you're going to give up because you're not going to think anything is working. So I'm using this on top of the app. The app for me is easy to use, but I'm a planner. So when I write things down, I remember more, and I like using planners. So I use the app in conjunction with this. But the planner itself, I just think needs a lot of work, because it's just very basic and there's not a lot you can add to it. So as far as how I'm doing physically, mentally, as far as working out, I feel I'm doing pretty well. I'm an impatient person, so I'll think if the scale is not moving, I'm not losing weight. But my measurements, I've been measuring myself about every 2 weeks, and any little movement basically tells me that I'm losing weight. So as far as, tracking my calories, working out, drinking water, all of those things together has really helped me. And so even though I was off and on with this planner, off and on with losing weight, now it's in my mind that, okay, Kristen, you really have to keep track of what you eat. You really have to keep track of you have to work out. Even when you don't feel like it, you gotta work out, so I can maintain my weight and not go backwards. So as far as this year has been up and down for me as far as weight loss. It's all genetics in my family. It's we go up, we go down, we go up, we go down. And so being mindful of that, I had to realize that, okay, you really got to keep track of it. There's things you just can't eat. And speaking of foods, I have to really stay away from. Not cut them off completely, but I can't eat them nearly as much as I used to. Potatoes is one thing, so like French fries, anything potato, so because it stays in my system way too long. Also, pastas. Love pasta, but I eat it twice a year. I'm serious. When I tell you it's not good for me, I eat it twice a year. I had it for Easter this year, macaroni and cheese, and I made some chicken parmigiana the other day. I'm good. I'm good. And you may be saying that's pretty strict, but the way things just kind of stick to me, and my midsection is the first place I gain weight, I don't want to have to deal with that, and I don't want to have to work out 2 hours a day just to burn the calories. I don't want to work harder than I have to, so I'd rather just stay away from the food. There's people out there who will eat a lot and, work out a lot just so they can eat more of it, and I'm just not one of those people. So 2017 for me is ending on a good note as far as working out and keeping track of my calories, because I know what I need to stay away from. When you know what you need to stay away from, the rest of it is easy. Losing weight is also easy. When I say easy, I don't mean, oh, it's just so easy. In comparison to maintaining your weight, losing weight is easy, because it's easy to drop 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15, however much you want to lose. But when you have a number that you want to stay at, it's very easy to go over it, because a lot of times when we lose weight, we get comfortable. Like, okay, I dropped those 10 pounds. Now what do I do? And we'll go, celebrate, have some sweets, or go out for drinks or whatever. But you have to be mindful. Like when you want to maintain weight, give yourself like give or take like 5 pounds. So if you want to maintain, you know, say you're like 150 and you want to maintain 150, I would say make sure you stay between 150 and 155. Don't go over that. If you go lower than that, that's fine. So 2017 for me was the year of like realization, realizing that I'm going to be 35 next year, and the older I get, the harder it is. And so I had to get with it now, and also to set an example for my daughters. You know, I tell my daughters, stay active, stay active. Not because I don't want them to like, you know, I don't want them to gain all this weight. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want my daughters to make the same mistakes and not stay active like I did. So I tell them to stay active, and make sure you're drinking water, making sure that it's okay to have, you know, the junk food and the fast food, but make sure that it doesn't get out of hand, you know. So I just wanted to come on and do this video and talk about how weight loss has been for me. If you didn't know, I own an elliptical, and so it's very easy for me to work out at home. I know everybody can't afford exercise equipment, but you do not need exercise equipment to lose weight. Like I said, I always say 90% diet, 10% working out. You can easily lose weight just by cutting your portion sizes, because I can guarantee you the portion sizes you're eating are probably 2 times as much or 3 times, maybe more. So it's very important to read labels, look at how many calories it is per serving, and then look at the serving size in whatever it is you're eating. Portion sizes, I've said this before, portion sizes, when you look at labels, it'll shock you. So I'm very mindful of how many portion sizes, and if it's okay if I go a little bit over, because depending on what I'm eating and depending on what time of day it is, I can say, okay, I'm still 500 calories under, so I can have a serving and a half. Or if I didn't work out that day, I know that, okay, I need to stay at the serving size or stay a little bit under, depending on what I'm eating. So for instance, say for instance, I wanted to have some ice cream, and it was a day I didn't work out, like a Saturday or Sunday. I know that, okay, Kristen, maybe don't get a full serving size, just get this, and then maybe, you know, maybe work out next weekend, and that can be your little treat or whatever. I have to think about that every single time I put something in my mouth, and you may think that's a lot to think about, but it's not. Once you start doing it all day long, every single day, you don't even realize you're thinking about it. It's just something like, okay, what's the portion size? This is the calorie intake. Let me write this down. So that's pretty much it. As far as working out, when I started working out, I was doing 30 minutes a day. And that worked for a little while until my body just stalled. I wasn't moving, I wasn't anything. So when that happens, I knew I had to increase my workouts. So now I do anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. And if I can burn anywhere between 400 to 500 calories in that hour, I'm good, because that ups my calorie intake to what, 1700 calories. So I'm good. So that's when I work out. I work out no less than 4 days a week, because if I take more than 3 days off a week, it's like my body starting over, and that's just me. Everybody is different, but for me, if I do more than 2 days in a row without working out, it's going to be very hard for me to get back into it. So even though I take the weekends off, I know on Monday I'm going to get back on it. So the weekend's not, but if it's during the middle of the week, then I know I need to get back on it. So as far as 2017, I'm glad I got back into working out when I did. I'm glad I wasn't the typical 2018, I'm gonna get my body back, whatever. Started working out really heavily the end of September, going into 2018, it's the same thing. So by the time, springtime, summertime comes around and, quote unquote beach bodies, I'll be good. So yeah, I did want to say this. I don't have a goal number that I want to reach. I just go by how my clothes fit, how I feel when I look in the mirror. I'm not quite there yet. That's just me. Because people always tell me, where do you need to lose weight at? I hate that comment. I really do, because everybody, their version of skinny, quote unquote, is different for them, and their version of fat is different for them. And I really just say, like, what do you need to lose weight for? I'm like, I'm losing it for me, not for anybody else. So anyway, I do want to come back, like maybe in a couple of months, and say, where I am and everything. But I want to come on and just review this planner. It is helping me right now because I just need to keep track. But I am going to be using the Inkwell Press Planner for fitness, and that is going to allow me to put in recipes that are not very high in calorie, but very filling, very good. And I will also be putting in, like, if if I want to change that and do a workout plan, like if I want to go jog outside, you know, because it's cooler, I can go do that like on Monday, then on Tuesday do that. Can't really do that in this planner. So I will also be back with that planner once I've used it for a while and let you guys know how it's working out. But this video may seem a little all over the place. I apologize for that, but I really just want to talk about how losing weight, working out, tracking my food is working for me. If you guys have any questions about where to get started, feel free to DM me or leave a comment, and I will help you if I can help you. I will be glad to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Just a sneak peek at this. By the time this video goes up, you'll already see this, but love this layout. Love how I can turn a mini into a vertical. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed, do that and give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you all next time. Bye.